And today's video is going to be mainly about Bitcoin. It's going to be the weekly outlook video. I love to do these videos just because it gives you guys a whole week's worth of content. It will condense into basically 10 minutes. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm your host Jitsuko Toshiro, bringing you all of the latest cryptocurrency market updates, price action updates, and crypto education. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, but before we do that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm currently at 82 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. 18 more and we'll start our giveaway for $100 in USDT. And also follow me on Twitter. I give you guys live, pretty much real-time updates regarding my trades. And today's video is going to be mainly about Bitcoin. It's going to be the weekly outlook video. I love to do these videos just because it gives you guys a whole week's worth of content. It will condense into basically 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started with the price action of Bitcoin. If you're new to this channel, what I like to do is I like to do a top-down approach. I like to look at the weekly candles and then go from there. And then I like to add also my indicators as we go through and a few new things and updates that I think that are important for the price action for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and retrack and see where we're at. So right now we have that yearly resistance. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line right through it. And it seems as if we broke out. Now, there's a few things I want to point out to you guys. And basically it's not a confirmed breakout on the weekly time frame. And the reason why is because yes, we did hold this level here, but I do believe that we have to pretty much retest the breakout, and if we fail that, then I am concerned that we'll actually head back down. So be patient with this trade. I did tell you guys the consolidation here will lead to a price action move to the upside, and now I'm telling you guys to be cautious. There's a lot of arrogant bulls in the market, and I think that it's always good to be cautious, especially when it comes to a bear market. We're not out of the woods yet when it comes to the bear market, just because of the FOMC meetings pretty much saying that the rate hikes are going to continue to stay until they fight inflation. If you don't know about that, please go ahead and do your own research on that. It's very important to know what's going on when it comes to interest rates. Now, one thing I want to point out with you guys over here with the candles is you can see that the red candle, the last weekly candle that we had, is pretty much a neutral type of price action. We stayed in that really tight range of 20,000 basically to 24,000, and it didn't seem like we were going to break to the upside. Now let's go ahead and look at the daily time frame and see what's going on there, and pretty much dissect it. So what I can see here is basically a rounding top on the top of this daily time frame. So take a look here. It looks like a beautiful little rounding top, just as we had a rounding bottom here. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Now we're rounding on the top, and I do expect this to actually come back down. Now the question is, where are we going to go down to? That's a very good question, and I will show you exactly where. There's a few price targets I want to show you guys that are very important. Number one is going to be over here in this range, this 20,000 to 20,300 range. I think this is a key area of support. And then I also think that we have very strong support here in this 17 to 18,000 range. We haven't traded in this range as much as I would like us to trade in. And I think that we're going to chop through here a bit. And that's going to be a very interesting time of when we chop through that area, and we're going to see a lot of fake outs, like how we're seeing up here, a bunch of fake outs, and I don't want you guys falling for these traps. Another candlestick I would like to point out to you guys on the daily is this one right here, especially when you're coming off an uptrend. So this is a very powerful move to the upside, right? We consolidated a bit and then we got overextended on the move, and we broke out of pretty much a yearly long resistance. Now we've been holding it on the daily, and the more that we were going horizontal, the more bullish I was on this price action. However, now that we basically attempted to break the 24,000 range and we couldn't, one thing I noticed was this candle. This is basically a spinning top candle. These candlesticks are very bearish, unfortunately, and they pretty much indicate a local top, and we saw that follow through with these fellow candles here. Now that we have a new daily open here on on the daily, it's just a matter of time to see where we decide to go. But I do think that we're going to close today red as well, probably in this 22,000 range, and then we head lower from there. I think we're going to close the week, unfortunately, probably in this 21,000 to 20,000 range over here. And then that is when I'll do another analysis and let you guys know where we're going. But as of right now, I am not bullish on Bitcoin. I think that the consolidation that we had was too choppy to be bullish at all. And I think that we're pretty much having a rounding top on the daily, unfortunately. And it looks like things are starting to head south. Another thing I'd like to point out to you, and one of my favorite things, is the RSI, Relative Strength Index. Let's go ahead and pull that up just to reference and see where we're at, especially on the daily. So right now, we're playing through our bearish divergence, and now the bearish divergence is pretty much done with. So now the price action is going to basically, I think, probably head down lower, just because the relative strength index is still trending down and we haven't really found a bottom for it. The nice thing about these relative strength indexes is that they do kind of work like the same with the price action, and that's if we do have a support, it'll hang out on the support for a bit and it won't just break down. It'll take some time and then it'll head lower. So just give us some time. I think right now it's a good time to hedge against the bulls and actually go bear for now. And then once we get into this range over here, it's nice to reconsider a long, perhaps. The most definite thing I can tell you guys is this price action on the daily and this rounding top does look bearish, unfortunately. We just need to let it play through. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to go all the way down to 9,000 tomorrow, but I do believe that we're going to get that retracement that we've been waiting for. Another thing that I like to point out is the 200 the 200-day EMA. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys. 1 second. Here it is, the daily EMAs. These are nice, these EMA ribbons. You can take a look here at the blue line, the 200-day EMA. I told you guys that we will hang out in this range above the EMA for a bit. We're going to retest it, and that retest is going to be the moment of truth of whether or not we're going to actually trend higher and if this is going to be a bull market or not. I don't think the bottom is in just yet. I think that you should just hold on to your horses. We saw the same thing happen twice, and I can show you guys exactly where. And it was basically here when the price was trading around the $46,000 level. This is when the Luna collapse happened, and we kind of hung out here in this EMA. We hung out above it, but once we retested, we couldn't hold. We tried to reattempt to grab it and we couldn't, and then we started trending lower, and that was the continuation of the downtrend. And we trended for about basically for the rest of the year, all the way up until we hit the EMA ribbon again, which was pretty much in December and early January. And we're pretty much doing the same thing. So we're consolidating in it. We're going to retest it. And I think, unfortunately, it's not going to hold. And then we head lower. And that's one of my favorite things to look at is the EMA. I know it's a lagging indicator. Not a lot of people like it. I understand why, because it doesn't really give you that much information. But the one thing that's nice about it is you can definitely see the trends that it plays through. And those trends tend to stay true to how they always play. Last but not least, there's one more golden nugget I want to show you guys. This is probably one of the coolest things that I have, and I saved this for last as always. The multicolor MACD. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Now the MACD is starting to trend lower. I love the MACD because sometimes it shows you things you don't want to see. And like, for example, I was hoping the price action would move lower here, but the unfortunate truth was we had the rounding bottom, and then we had pretty much stabilization, tightness in the MACD. But you can see that the volume started to increase here on the MACD as the price action moved up, and now we're starting to see the decline. And I think now we're going to maximize this decline. I think we're going to start moving a lot lower. We're going to have massive moves on the MACD like we had here. And I think this is now the time for us to shine, especially those bears, those people that are patient. and want the market to pretty much come back down to the normal levels. We are in a recession, and I think it's good to be realistic and be patient, and that's probably one of the hardest things to do as a trader, is being patient. That's pretty much it for the daily outlook on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the 4-hour just for the hell of it. Since we're already here, I'm going to close these. And the 4-hour is very interesting. It's just making a bunch of M patterns that aren't playing through. They're being bought up. And I think this looks like market manipulation to me, unfortunately. It seems like, all these wicks are being bought up, but they're artificial. Well, wick high, and those get sold off. And there's really arbitrary price action happening right now. I can see an M here, and as soon as it wants to play out, it gets stuck. So these M's are just trapping people. But it's only a matter of time until they start heading lower. The market manipulation can't last forever. And unfortunately, we will come back to the overall trend, which is down. I hope you guys liked today's video. This is the weekly video outlook. And I think that this week is going to be a bearish week for Bitcoin. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. My tag is Jitsuko Toshiro. And then also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter tag is Jitsuko Toshiro without the O at the end. And I always give you guys real-time updates here. And that's it for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay safe trading. Let me know if you guys have any new trades that you guys want me to look at, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a shout out. Last but not least, I'm sorry, I just want to tell you guys one more thing. We have the giveaway. 18 more subscribers, and we're going to give away $100 in USDT. Really appreciate your time. Subscribe for more content. Thank you.